Hey, welcome back to Raza Be Reading, where I, Raza, find stories and read them to you. And this episode is going to be a little bit different than what we've done previously. We're going to go to a different subreddit, basically. I said this before, we're not going to just stay with D&D, although those are ones that I really enjoy reading. I also like seeing some other crazy shit on the internet, like every other troglodyte that goes on the web. And this place is rife with some juicy stuff. This subreddit is called AmITheDevil. Basically, take all the stories of Am I the Asshole, and especially with the stories of that not being even remotely questionable, they are the asshole. That's what these stories are. Or at least, that's what I've been told. I haven't read all of them, obviously. There's tons of posts. But from a little cursory glance, they're rough. I haven't really dove into it. It's just a subreddit that I heard of a while ago. And, well, it intrigued me enough for me to remember. And that's definitely saying something. My memory is god-awful. So, we're going to check out 2 stories from AmITheDevil. Instead of the normal 1 story per video, I thought maybe we'd also experiment with that as well. See if doing multiple stories, getting a little bit more runtime, would help with video engagement and just getting ourselves out there. Speaking of which, it would really help the channel if you liked, commented, and subscribed to the channel. So, since we don't have any sponsors, we gotta do what we can, right? Anyway, let's get to the stories. Alright, and here's our first one. It is a really short one, but, you know, I want to dip my toe into the subreddit. As you can see, this is a repost from Relationship Advice, which I might also look into just to see how some of those posts go, but anyway. This one is titled, How Dare She Travel Without Me? I don't know why, but it kind of caught my attention. So, let's see what it's about. I, 25 male, was informed by my girlfriend, 22 female, that she will be traveling to Japan in 2 weeks. Sounds pretty cool. I mean, I would be jealous if I wasn't going, but if I couldn't go, I couldn't go. Japan would be awesome, though. Male 25, don't know why you need to repeat it. Just found out that my girlfriend, female 22, is going to Japan in 2 weeks. We've been together for 3.5 years, and she has always talked about going there one day. But this was so sudden, and I wasn't invited or involved in the planning of this trip. She knows I hate traveling, so maybe that's why. She also knows that I wouldn't go, but I'm not comfortable with her. What the fuck? But I'm not comfortable with her going there all by herself. There's no chance I can stop her from going. I feel devastated. Is this healthy to continue on after the trip? Okay, so this is I guess a good glance into Am I the Devil? If this was an asshole, yeah, they would be the asshole. Why would you want her to go? I don't understand this one. Yeah, I don't understand this person's logic here. I'm even looking at it right now. Again, like, she also knows I wouldn't go. So then why does it matter? What the fuck? Well, there we go. We know why these ones are Am I the Devil? You're an asshole. Making a big deal for nothing. I don't understand the whole I don't like traveling and she's traveling and I don't approve. This is a great opportunity. Go to Japan. Fucking have a good time. Anyway. Let's go on to another story. And see how this one goes. Who wouldn't want their significant other not going to Japan? Whatever. Anyway, On to the next one. Okay, so here we have one that is straight up from the Am I the Asshole subreddit. And I will say something about the whole Am I the Devil. It's kind of giving away the whole game before we read it. But you know what? We're here for the story. We're not here to judge whether or not someone is an asshole. We're just here to see it. Anyway, this one is titled, Am I the Asshole for Telling My Wife that she doesn't need to be with her sick friend at the hospital? I will say, it would have already given the game away with a title like that in the Am I the Asshole subreddit anyway, so. And I love the asshole label. Awesome. Excellent. So my wife has a friend from childhood named Anthony. I'm being completely honest here when I say that he and I don't get along. It's not like he is rude or disrespectful, nothing like that. But all I feel towards him is annoyance. Sort of speak, because, wait, that's a weird way to put it. But all I feel towards him is annoyance, so to speak, because of how much my wife sees him. He lives alone and now suffers from a medical condition, cancer, that requires him to go to the hospital regularly to receive treatment. I found out that my wife promised him to go with him to his every chemo treatment as support. She said it's a commitment she made to be there for him during this rough time since he has no one else besides him. Okay, I had no issue with that at first, but then this started affecting me. E.g., I can't go see my friends because I have to stay home with my son on X day so my wife could be with Anthony for his treatment, etc., etc. I've talked to her about it, but she said that Anthony needs company and that she's just being supportive, and this is when he needs her the most. I let it go, but last week was just kind of my last straw. Anthony had a chemo session treatment and my wife wanted to go with him and asked me to stay home with our son. I told her I had to meet up with my mom and sister to eat lunch, and that I won't be home. She said she needed to go be with him, and I kind of flipped at her and said that she doesn't need to be with him and could literally go see him at home the next day or something. She threw a fit and called me cruel for forcing her to leave Anthony by himself, since she's all he has, and I was making her look bad. She also said my appointment with mom and sister wasn't as important as a chemo session, but I decided to just leave to end the argument. She ended up staying at home, but kept ignoring me when I got back, calling me selfish for not letting her be there to support Anthony with what he's going through. Some of her girlfriends think I'm being a controlling jerk with no consideration for Anthony and what he's going through. Am I the asshole? Well, we already know. Alright, let me apologize. That took way more effort to read through. Holy shit, I can't read. But anyway, that's insane. That's truly an asshole. Also, why couldn't you take your son with your mom and sister to the brunch or lunch or where the fuck it was? That seems really dumb. Like that. Anyway, that's Am I the Devil? It's stories like that, where you have a guy who can't seem to look past his own, I guess selfishness is the best word. There's something worse I'm trying to think of, but that's an asshole. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this little bit. I think we'll do multiple stories from now on, or at least I'll experiment. If that seems like it's too much, leave a comment down below, hit the like button, and again, subscribe to the channel. It really helps. Anyway, with all that being said, remember to be good people, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.